everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be looking at a story that the Daily Mail ran. You know, yesterday was a bit busy with the old Megxit news, and Harry's apparently attending the coronation alone. So there was a story in the Daily Mail last night saying the king is disappointed that Meghan isn't coming. Is he though? So we're going to ask the cards. We're going to see what the cards have to say. Now, I'm not 100% sold that Harry's going to attend the coronation, but we were predicting in yesterday's live stream, and we did see in the cards that they were going to use the kids as something. We're going to get more about the kids, I feel. We're going to get a lot more about the kids in the lead up and around and after the coronation. It's going to be quite a thing, quite a little storm of Meghan and Harry leading up to it. Interesting enough as well, I'm going to do a reading on it later, but there was also, I think we found out who the King of Wands is. Oh yeah, Deepak Chopra, or whatever he's called, the spiritual guru. That has been advising them to shut up and be quiet, as I predicted as well. So let's have a look and see what the cards say about King Charles and his opinion of Meghan not being there for entertainment purposes only, of course. So let's have a look. I am using the Dark Goddess Tarot deck. See what King Charles is. King Charles disappointed that Meghan's not going to be there? Let's have a look. Nine of Fire. They really tested him on this. I would say he's a little bit frustrated. He feels like his boundaries have been pushed. He feels a bit bruised by all of this. Actually, it's not straightforward. I would say it's more going on a no side than anything else. We'll see what's crossing over. Interesting. Siren of Air. So this is a Knight of Air crossing over with Lilith. I feel like what's crossing him, we're getting that, of course, with the Knight of Swords, it's all very protective, very action. There's a lot of legal, it's very policing, almost intelligence services. I feel like they've had a bit of a headache around Harry's security, the security of the family. This could be coming in after the Taliban comments as well. So I feel like King Charles has had a difficult time with his planning, and he's probably concerned now that Harry's come in about security issues going forward. The Nine of Fire in reverse, I would say that the boundaries were pressed. I feel like he's a bit bruised by it all. He's a bit sick of it. He's a bit sick to his back teeth of it. The Seven of Swords, what's above? Okay, so he knows there's been a lot of games in the press. The Seven of Air is the Seven of Swords. There's been a lot of people taking things away, adding things to it, manipulating the story to suit different agendas. Singing to the seals. He just wants it to go away. He just wants them to go away. The Eight of Cups in reverse. Of course, that's grief and loss and moving on. I feel like he doesn't want to think about this. He doesn't want to think about her. He doesn't want to think really much about his son, because he's still in grief about his mum passing, about his father passing, both in very short space of time. And he's had all of this other stuff going on. You know, he's in his 70s. He's just walked into one of the biggest jobs in the country, and he has to still be on top of everything. And there is just this sense of, I am tired of your games. I can see your games. Just go away. Just get out of my hair. Get out of my space. Interesting. We have the Magician here. Now, I think he's, as much as he is sick of it, I think he's had somebody fix it. To lead up to this point. This is a very positive. He didn't want Meghan coming. This is a very positive. He didn't want Meghan coming at all. I don't see that in the cards, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, etc. I don't see that in the cards at all. Now, it might be a different situation, and I'm going to ask the cards about his grandchildren and how he feels about that in a minute. But, feel like there's been a fixer with this. Somebody who's fixed all of this for him. Ace of Fire. We're getting a lot of Ace of Fire lately. He's going to be frustrated about something. Are we going to get Pengate too? I mean, come on. Like I've just said, the bloke, you've got to cut him some slack. We have to cut him some slack. How do we know what it's like to be him? And yes, he has a lot of helpers. And yes, he lives in a gilded cage and all of those things. But he also has lost both of his parents. His son's humiliated him on a global stage and keeps poking at him. And he in his mind, the son he's protected all of his life is now in what's allegedly for entertainment purposes only could be contrived to be a hostile relationship. He doesn't think his son's in his right mind. So there's a lot, there's so many layers. And there's had to go at the love of his life as well, saying she was some kind of Machiavellian creature. Nah, don't get that. I think all Camilla wants in life is a G&T and a cigarette and to kick her feet off and walk the dogs. That's Camilla. He's worried about the devil. Obsessive, like I said, obsessive control. The devil is there. The new Carolean era, the new way of doing things. There is going to be some short-term frustrations with regards to this whole story. He does feel like it's the run of bad luck, that nothing is going his way, nothing, the cards aren't falling his way, as it were. He feels like it's just a difficult time of life. I do think he's a superstitious. I do think he is a little bit in tune with the other realms. The Six of Air, of course, is that journey picture. And there is his whole thing with this. That are you coming? Aren't you coming? Typically the Six of Air is usually, or the Six of Swords, sorry, is usually that boat. And people are travelling and journeys and wanted journeys moving forward. And there's this sticking point. And this is in reverse, which suggests to me that there's an unwanted journey or there's going to be no travel. And that could well be Meghan, but that could be Harry as well. I think he thinks this will pass. There is a sense that he is burying his head a little bit and wanting it to go away. But there's also a sense that there's a lot of other things going on. He cannot be bothered to deal with it. He's got so many emotions, but deal with it he must, because he's aware of it. Now, this is a lovely image on this card, but he's so uber aware that, and he's hoping it's not true, but I think he's getting the measure that there is some obsessions. People are interested in lining their own pockets. There is some, because this is the devil, there is some greed, lust, 7 deadly sins, basically, and the rest. So yeah, he's really aware that there's this kind of, I would say, disturbance of the soul going on. But what we're going to get is Spider-Woman, is the star. That new way of doing things, it's going to be a little bit weird for a while. This is Aquarian energy. This is very much, it's going to be a little bit weird. It's going to be a little bit odd. It's going to seem a little bit cold. I don't think he is too... I don't think he is too bothered about Meghan not coming, to be honest. In fact, he's just sick of it. He just don't bother. I think there's something leading that it was fixed. We'll probably be hearing about it in a later date somehow. He just wants them gone, and we've got the whole singing to the seals card. He's kind of embarrassed by it. He just wants it to go away, meaning Meghan and that whole situation. He doesn't understand why they're so hostile. I think he's got the measure of it now. He's still hopeful that it's not this, but it's looking like it is. He's thinking about it. And I think once he makes his mind up, he'll have definites. I just think he's taking a bigger, longer, and sometimes frustratingly for a Scorpio as well, they like to take their time, but once they've got that sting going, boosh. I think it's getting to the point where it's going to be irreconcilable. I'll tell you what, let's ask what Camilla thinks about them not coming. And see if we can get any crossovers. What does Camilla think about Meghan not coming? Is she disappointed? I don't think King Charles is. He's very frustrated though. Very frustrated by it all. 10 of Swords. She just feels like stabbed in the back. Totally done with them. Done. Finished. Done. The Swords, of course, is the mind games. Complete, utter mind games. Playing with you. You know, don't tell me it's raining while you're peeing on my leg kind of situation. She really does feel that. There's the Ace of Coins. She's hopeful though. She's hopeful for a new start and getting on with things and having a better life, a new fortunate start. Definitely going forward. She might be interested to know that she could be very conscious about money and how that's been spent. The 6 of Coins above, again, like just when I come to mention money, she's probably quite aware of what she can do with her power and how money is being spent, how money is being used around the coronation, and specifically around the story around Harry and Meghan. That's interesting. And the 4 of Wands, foundation and being able to be supportive. So the main card, got to think about the positions as well. The main card is saying, she's done. She's over it. She just feels stabbed in the back by Meghan and everything. All the other cards are quite positive. She's just, she is trying to move on from it. She is just like, done. I'm screwed. Bye. I see your mind games. I see all of that stuff. And she's trying to focus on basically being supportive of her husband. What's leaving? Yeah, I told you she's done with Meghan. Queen of Wands. No more. No emotional attachments. Completely done. Does not care. Camilla is out. She does not give a jot anymore. She's supportive of her husband, but she's like, nah, nada, don't want anything at all. Not interested. Not interested. Nil interest. And there's the Queen of Swords in reverse coming up. Interesting. Now the Queen of Swords, of course, could be it could be some strategy. They could come out and say something about Camilla. They could come out and like say, Camilla did this, Camilla did that, and try and paint Camilla in that kind of energy. And this could be Camilla's opinion of Meghan being cruel and cold about something, which is interesting. I think she's done with her, but it's interesting how we've got a frustrated king and the Queen of Swords there. It could be Fergie could come out and say something about Camilla and Meghan, and that could annoy Camilla. But there's something with the Queen of Swords. She is done with her, though. She doesn't want anything to do with her. Too far, she's gone. She's not bothered. You have got the Seven of Wands, which is, she is very defensive, and this could come into the coronation planning. And we've got the Knight of Swords there, which was interesting, which was crossing over the king. So she may well feel about this whole coronation thing. She may well feel the policing, there's some details, stuff like that has been quite frustrating with Harry and Meghan's gameplay. There's definitely been policing, and she's like, I think both of them are kind of at this point now, or just kind of like the planning and the details and everything is just like, oh, just you're getting to the point where they're full, they're done, they're cooked, yeah. That's coming through as well. I'm not saying they're not going to enjoy it. I'm not saying they are not paying attention or anything. I'm just saying that they're like, oh. There's the King of Swords in reverse. And what's coming out on the other side? The Six of Wands. Okay. Interesting. There's a lot of swords energy. I feel like they are going to try and come out and say something about Camilla. They are going to try and say something about Camilla around the coronation and paint her out to be something that she's not. But that's in the future. I think she's done with Meghan, and basically she's done. She's cooked. She's done. We have got, with regards to Meghan and there in the future, we have got the Six of Wands there, and we have got the new kind of Carolean energy. The Star, it's going to get a bit weird. There is a fall from glory. Now, that's interesting. Somebody's going to have a bruised ego. Camilla doesn't strike me as a lady who's going to get a bruised ego. And with that thing in the upright, the Star, I think it might be something to do with Meghan and Harry. Like, they're going to be getting the bruised ego. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse. Again, we've got these legal issues. This could be the stuff with ongoing with the court cases. She's irritated by that. She's irritated by their strategizing and how they're trying to kind of keep this kind of it's just messy. I think she finds them cold, cruel, and just unnecessarily nasty. I don't even think she sees them as kind of, I think she sees them as not even really money grabbing. She sees them as not greedy. She just sees them as unnecessarily cruel, because if you wanted that lifestyle, you could have just stayed. And I think we're going to get a further fall from grace there. But there we go. That's what I see from Charles and Camilla. Let me know what you guys think, what you see in the reading. If you've made it this far, please like, share, subscribe. And thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Leave your questions, anything, comments. If you want to talk about what I've seen in the cards, what you've seen in the cards as well, leave it down below. Disagree with me? Cool. Leave it below. Let's have a chat about it in the comments section. I will see you all in the next one, and thank you for your support. Bye, guys.